I'm TJ Harper. I'm the Director of Operations. I've spent 18 years working in contract pharma, which is hard at times. But what I like about contract pharma is diversity. So even with those clients I've had for 10 years or more, projects change, requests change. The diversity in what you're going to be doing day to day makes it interesting. Longmont actually is unique in that it has full IND services. So we can go straight from early phase development of salt screening, polymorph monitoring, through all the analytical support, early phase manufacturing support, and then also do the drug product. What's unique is a lot of companies say they can do that under one roof. We measure the distances between those departments in feet. The furthest department from one to the other is 600 feet. No one else can say that. A lot of times on IND programs, this is the first time anyone's manufactured this molecule before. So inevitably, issues come up. What's beneficial for us is all the departments that supported that program to get to that first batch, we're all still here and we're all still very close together. So when something goes awry, there's 4 different departments that have all the instrumentation available to support that and then troubleshoot it quicker than if you had to send it out to somewhere else. But when those problems arise, and they always do, we've got the experience and the capability to find out what's going on sooner. Say your dissolution profile all of a sudden is tanking. It's wildly different than you've seen before. The odds are you have a particle size difference. Your particle size of that batch is significantly larger than it has been previously. But that's all supposition until you prove it. Instrumentation in this lab can help prove that out. So we can run the particle size, we can do the PLM. Maybe it's a polymorph change. We can monitor it by X-ray and say, you've had a solid state change that ended up with this being the outcome. We can give you the data to make the decision of, all right, now what do we do to move forward? A lot of these clients I've worked with for years. So we want them to succeed and we will go that extra mile to try and get them there. Time is paramount, especially when you're looking at INDs. A lot of these small virtual companies are limited on funding. Supplemental funding that's going to come down the road is going to be dependent on them hitting certain milestones. A lot of those milestones are very short. In a post-COVID world, clinic times, they're fixed. So if you miss your clinic trial window, you could be 6-8 months out before you get the next one. With some of our clients, they could be out of business by then. So the benefit for us is we can do everything much faster than any of our competitors. We had an interaction with the client that required some additional effort. What was neat is they didn't expect any of us to do what we did. This particular client had an impurity that they needed to clear at exceptionally low levels. And I was working with them on that whole development of their own drug product. And I was doing studies for them, and the media they were using to try and purge this particular impurity wasn't trending in the right way. And so we're providing them data, and just a little bit on a whim, I did some research in this particular media and had found where it had been illustrated that the media they were using actually contains the impurity they're trying to purge. So I pass along the documentation I found and I say, hey, I think what you're doing to trying to solve the problem is actually making it worse. Turns out they adjusted what they were doing. We're now testing that product commercially. So as a contract organization, clients are king for us. Between the experience and the people, the capabilities of the facility, and being able to do the preformulation, we can get you where you need to be to hit that next milestone and then start that next phase of development for your program.